You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
There's something for every imagination at your local comic shop. Visit ComicShopLocator.com to find a store near you.
Hey, happy Monday. What's up, Robbie?
What is up,
right,
man?
so TJ, you would lose the over and under.
He would lose, right?
Because if you bet the under, because here is John.
I have to get here to pick up my comics.
Marcus, I just saw paperwork go through, and I'm pretty sure it got packed today for yet another Nikki the Roach card. You have single-handedly cornered the Nikki the Roach card
We
market.
should bring those back.
Why? Only Marcus wants them.
No, but that.
Being honest.
Oh no! You know what though? We could do like multiverse Nikki the Roach cards, like we're doing Vampirella and Red Sonja and do their multiverse.
Again, other than Marcus, who's going to want them?
Like, what if Nick can become a priest, and we'll like Photoshop him in like a priest collar? You know what I mean? And what if Nick can become a waiter? We'll
Look,
do him like a waiter
even
jacket.
Marcus doesn't want them anymore. Okay, the
I
next
don't
time
know.
you pick Nikki the Roach card, it's
I
gotta
kinda
be
like-
Red.
I kind of like that idea. Into the Nick verse. I kind of like that idea.
Into the Nick verse. That's exactly what I was thinking, man.
Only
Is this-
Red Pants will cut the.
Is this a private party or can anyone join?
All
You
right,
are
so
absolutely
all right,
welcome,
so we have a
sir.
special guest tonight. Nah, he's really not that special. You gotta lean in, bro. You're out of the
I'm
camera.
out of the picture. Hold on.
Yeah,
We're
you
gonna
gotta
do
lean
this.
in, bro.
Then we're gonna do this right.
All right,
I'm
so
just coming right in.
I was gonna say.
so
I'm
now wait,
coming
you're
right
gonna
in.
you're gonna get blocked by the. You're gonna stand
No, he's
tall.
right there.
I'm
You
not.
can see
No,
You
I'm
gotta
not.
stand tall.
There I am.
All right, so there
I
it
am.
is. There it is. Floating head. Mariano Nicieza joining us this evening. Why are you joining us again?
Real quick, because
He
I've
wants
got
to
a
get out of
personal
here.
life
This
with
was
him.
not discussed in the pre-production meeting.
Look, what can I tell you?
Neither
what
of
can I
them.
tell you? As you know, as you both know, I'm working on connecting covers. DC Marvel, connecting covers. We have Swamp Thing versus Man Thing.
Man thing.
We have Hulk versus Superman.
Oh,
We have Wonder Woman versus Warbird, Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel, whatever you want to call her. They're just going to look sexy. I'm looking for some ideas for Warlock. Warlock versus whom?
All right. So, all the viewers out there, the question has been posed. Warlock versus whom? We don't know. So, we need your suggestions. All right. Quite honestly, the way Condiment King.
Condiment King. Oh man, a Batman villain.
So, quite honestly, this conversation came up during the workday, and Mariano approached me and asked me all these questions.
You've worked the whole day.
Yeah, I do. It's amazing, isn't it?
What?
And then
Dwayne's opinion came up
passes
with.
all right.
for
So we
work.
got Dark Side is one.
Dwayne's Pain came up with Dark Side.
Okay.
Oh, look at Marcus. Marcus by Mike Grell.
So then Mariano wouldn't stop talking,
That's
Okay.
Warlord, by the way.
which happens quite frequently. So he kept talking. So I finally said, Mariano, why'd you just come on the show and ask the viewers? I said, because all the suggestions I gave you came from the viewers. I figured I would kill two birds with one stone. First of all, you, the viewer, will get what you want. And it did indeed make Mariano stop talking. So really, it was just a win-win all the way around for
And
everybody.
Lord knows they hear my suggestions enough.
And I forgot to mention Doctor Strange versus Doctor Fate. There's a lot of these in the works.
Nice.
So, and by the way, it doesn't have to be a spur of the moment thing now. You guys are on for what, 2 hours?
2 hours. Oh, John Spilio said the correct answer.
Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Green, actually, that has been discussed. That has been discussed.
Only because John
Warlock's
wants to see.
Soul Gem, Green Lantern's Power Ring. There could be some cool stuff going on there.
That's only because John wants to see.
He would use every shade of green in
and
the box.
Darkseid is a cool one too, with the green, with the
Darkseid
Omega
is
beam,
very-
eye beams shooting.
See,
at
that's
him.
what I was thinking.
So
He was,
I would like to throw Orion. I'd like to throw Orion into the hat. That's who I would go with.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good
Ryan's
one,
good one
too.
too.
Yeah,
Rob.
yeah,
Good
yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
See, this is why we basically had Mariano come in and ask rather than.
You see?
But
How much
is
easier this is?
Orion a Martian man? Oh no, wait, they're both DC. We got to
Do
think
you
about
see
Martian
what I
Manhunter
put up
too.
with?
Martian Manhunter against whom? So there's a few things to kick around
Do
here.
you see what
What
I
was it
put
that-
up with?
What was in the pre?
Somebody mentioned Green Lantern.
Okay. Hold on. Marcus asked for a collar.
Oh, the collars.
No, he didn't.
Here you go,
Hey,
Marcus.
don't sit on the table.
Oh. Hey, John Spilios. I went to a comic show yesterday. Look what I got for you.
Oh,
I actually went to a comic convention, and my job one was to find Tomb of Dracula's. It's the Fonz. No, it's more like the Funds. The Fonz was cool. I'm not as weird. Pop that up. Who's producing today?
Jay.
Jay,
Jay. Pop that up.
it's the Fonz 30 years later.
It's actually the Fonz. The Fonz was cool. I love this cover. This is my favorite cover.
Wait, those comic books are blocking my face. What's going on here?
That's what Amy paid me to do.
What's happening here?
This is another great cover.
Oh,
All right, John. So I'll be sending this to you. This was really cool to go to a comic convention. It's the first comic convention I've gone to in like 4 years.
And they let you in.
I
He's a
paid.
he's the guest of honor.
That explains it.
John, I saw some of these. They're very cool. Some of these covers are very, very cool.
All right, I'm going to run away. I'm going to let you guys do your thing. I think the thoughts have been thrown out there. Very, very
So
interested in the
yeah,
feedback.
and if you have any other suggestions, send them over.
yeah,
I
kick
mean,
it
we'll,
around.
we'll
Could be anything.
discuss this throughout
Yeah,
the
yeah,
show
yeah.
or whatever. But yeah, if you have any good ideas,
The thing that I love the most is that you guys like teased the audience and said that there was a pre-production meeting.
oh, you
As
did.
if we have those.
That's
The pre-production meeting is what characters do you think they want?
the last time we did a pre-production meeting. I like the show starts at 6. I think I legitimately walked in here at like 5:55. I usually try to get here earlier than that, but it was 5:55. It was like, hey everybody, I got my drink from the fridge and said, hi, welcome to Comics Collectables. We just got out of a
CJ, I can't believe I missed that. You know what? Last night I was so beat from. I went to the comic convention, then I went to go see my mom, then I stopped by Fat Jack's to see how they were doing. Then I had a show with Mint Hunter, and then I went home and I was so burnt out. I finally just watched Top Gun Maverick.
Oh.
How many times did you see it?
Now by like 18 or 19 because I watched it about 13 times in the theater, and then of course as soon as it was available, I bought it digitally. So
I haven't seen it yet. I'm walking out now. I don't want any spoiler alerts.
Just hit that thumbs up when you get to your computer.
I was gonna say, you know what you have to do before you leave? Hit thumbs up.
I gotta watch Ruben's show now. So, all right, you got me collared. No, listen, Marcus, you weren't specific when you said you want to see me in a collar. So,
Well, Marcus said earlier he wore red pants this weekend and he liked it.
nice.
Yes.
So now I never have to again.
Nope, that's not what I think he's angling for. Just saying. Let's see here. So Ron was looking for information about whether somebody lived near Maryland or in Maryland.
For what?
I'm not sure. That went by pretty
Yeah,
fast.
somebody.
Let me see.
I don't know if anybody out on the
Uh,
West Coast was at the Pulp Fiction in Long Beach this week. Cosplayer Rachel Holland was there. She said she blew through a ton of Dynamite covers.
What's up with the Uncanny 288?
What's up with the Uncanny 288? That's the facsimile edition, right?
No, the facsimile's 266.
266.
Did you mean 266?
Yeah, Triple B. Did you mean 266? Let us know, buddy. So Ron wants to know if Nick saw The Cheap Detective.
Not yet. Not yet. If I watch The Cheap Detective before I watch Ghostbusters, Amy's going to kill me. And I really wanted to see Maverick. I really wanted to see that.
I enjoyed that a lot.
Oh, tonight, all about homages. That's the way you say it, right? Homages?
If you say so.
No.
Oh wait, I saw something else that's going to be on Cap tonight. They sent me the.
All right, 266. So that's a facsimile edition, buddy, which is still trading out in the wild for around $23. We have the one available for $15, my friend.
You used to laugh at me when I said books were in the wild. Then you found out that's the term everybody in the business uses.
Now it's just easier than saying anything else at this point. I'm actually secretly making fun of you, John.
You know what though? We should come in. We should do a thing called Books in the Wild. And we'll wear like safari outfit, like a pith helmet and stuff like that. It'd be great.
Hey, where's the food? I'm like dependent on you during on the Monday show, dude. Where's the food? I'm gonna start.
Yeah, he needs food to get him through the week.
I actually haven't cooked anything in like 7 or 8 days. I think the last time I cooked might have been when I brought you stuff last week.
I'm gonna start.
You know, in Atlantic City, I didn't cook anything. That was a phone call away.
So, all right. Jeff says he thinks Larry is in Maryland.
What? I'm
not
see
sure
why Ronald wants anybody in Maryland.
Something about an artist he's trying to remember who it was.
Oh, Greg LaRocque, Jose Villarubia, Jay Lee used to be in Virginia.
I read that somewhere from.
All right, so you know what? Let's we have one best offer tonight, so let's throw that out there real quick. So we have King Spawn #1, CGC graded 9.8, suggested retail of $89.99, and it is one of our best offer books starting at $35.
Wow, that's like cheaper than it costs to get it graded, right?
It is when you get right down to it.
It's cheaper than it is to get it graded. Wait, what is this? We have some other new shop or something?
Yeah. Jay mentioned it.
Okay.
Tonight, let's see. Yeah. We set up. All right, that's all right. I had to read through the whole URL.
I had to read through the whole thing, man. I was like, "That's an iPhone."
Dude, I am so out of it.
Rex is reading it. HTTPS :
I was at the double backslashes before I got to the. Oh, okay. All right. So a lot of the stuff you're going to see on Robbie's shop is stuff that we've had on the experience. Maybe some new stuff, but we set up a store on Shopify for Robbie.
Oh, cool.
All right. So that was a link. Thank you, Jay, for posting that for us.
You're much better buying it from him than us because,
Well, you know what? The thing about it is
the
items for Robbie will stay on Shopify even after the show. Right. So we'll introduce new items on our Friday show towards the end as we talk about the topic of the day. And then I read over the weekend, here we go, that today I read that one of the co-creators of the Arrowverse was offended and went up on his weekly blog or whatever and was offended that he did not even get so much as a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran.
I saw he said he wasted his time.
It was Mark Guggenheim, right? Yeah, Mark Guggenheim.
Yeah. I got to say this right now. It's been what, 7-ish, 8-ish years that people have been enjoying Arrow, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow. I'm forgetting something. Batwoman, Stargirl. None of that's a waste of time. The truth of the matter is that's been the best part of DC live action animated television studios. Now, you can say what you want about Gunn and Safran. They got a long way to go. They're good. They're bad. The Snyderverse never ends. They're like social media terrorists with this stuff. But the truth is, the consistent best part of any, and I'll probably throw the comics in there too, because a lot of the comics have been shaky the last few years from DC too, have been on the WB or CW, whatever they call it now. That's been consistently the best part of that stuff. They've tried the best. They've tried to keep everything sort of connected and unified. Supergirl is in there. I almost forgot about Supergirl. these were really good portrayals of, like, foundational characters for
Right.
DC Comics. So for that guy to feel like he wasted his time, I'm going to say, look, man, I understand the culture in Hollywood in general, and with Warner Brothers, Discovery, DC Studios, whatever, is sketchy. It's real sketchy. There's been a million complaints about nobody knows what the other hand, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. But the truth of the matter is that, Grant Gustin is the Flash. These portrayals were, people like this stuff. They really like this stuff. Already they're talking about, well, all that stuff is disappearing. I'll say it right now. In his medium, Greg Berlanti is probably as successful as James Gunn. It's just a different medium. So I don't know if anybody should feel that stuff was a waste of time. It might be discontinued. It might not be integral in the DC universe moving forward. But I guarantee you right now, 10 years from now, in a subscription service, somebody's going to discover Supergirl and go, man, this was really good. Why didn't they get it?
How long has this Arrowverse been going on? It's been over 10 years that they've been doing this, surely, right?
I don't remember. I don't know the exact time, but yeah, it's been 10 years.
So, I dipped out of all that stuff pretty early. For me, it was like Arrow season 4, Flash season 3. Like that was pretty much it. 2 seasons of Supergirl. Then I just kind of dipped out of it. But like, I get what you're saying. It's not a waste of time. People that are into it, just everything runs its course. I think it's crazy that he felt the need to like do this. Now everybody made it a bigger deal by putting it out into the media, right? But I'm like, bro, you did your time. You did something. You were successful with it. You built this whole timeline and it came to an end. It's over. What are you wanting James Gunn to have lunch with you just to be like, bruh, we're not going to use you?
Okay, I understand it's like a status thing or whatever. But yeah, I'm with Robbie. Look, man, I don't care if you liked it or not. Some people hated that stuff. Some people loved that stuff. Some people were whatever. But the truth of the matter is, there's a significant number of people who really, really liked it. It doesn't matter if one person thought it was good or another person thought it was bad. There was a lot of people liking that, we'll call it a television universe, Arrowverse, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, and I'm sure, I understand maybe he wasn't paid as much as he'd like to, but who is? I mean, seriously, who?
Now, you know what? I'll play the other end of this. Okay, so I'll do the counterpoint. I understand what he's saying. Okay, because it is.
Did we just lose him? Or is it me?
No, I think we lost him.
All right. I don't know what Rex was about to say, but it was probably completely wrong. Okay.
Let me go ahead.
Whatever Rex was about to say was completely wrong. What do y'all think out there? They're locked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Superman or Lois. I watched Supergirl for like 2 seasons. I kind of enjoyed season 1 for the most part, but it was the character of Cat Grant that I liked the most with what's her name from Ally McBeal, Callista Flockhart, right?
Yeah.
And then when she left, when they moved to CW from CBS, like it lost something. The show lost something, and I don't know. It just wasn't there. I just think it's weird. Now, I get it. Maybe this dude, Guggenheim or whatever, was expecting to at least get an offer to like do a movie or produce something or write something, maybe direct. Maybe he he thought this would be a launching board. But yeah, man, like new management comes in. Sometimes they don't care about the employees that have been there for a while doing their own thing. And it always seemed like DC Films definitely distanced themselves from the Arrowverse. So it's just weird to publicly come out and just be like, I'm mad James Gunn didn't buy me an expensive dinner.
Yeah,
so I don't know. It's weird.
I think it was Greg Berlanti. I think Greg Berlanti is the one who's got the problem with it.
Okay. Well, I don't want to get
that's
the wrong
good.
name down.
But I tell you what, it is time for a break, y'all. Hopefully, if not, it's going to be a award-winning Rockin' Robbie show tonight. So, all right, we're going to go to break, guys. We'll see y'all in just a second.
Did you know that every Experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code. Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience. Comic culture and sales.
Hey, there they are.
Sorry about that. Our internet went out.
I wanted to have two other people here when we came back, like two much younger people here.
But we don't have any.
We don't have any. That might be a problem in and of itself. I was going to just have maybe
a bunch of old heads up in here,
maybe
man.
we should have just had Amy here. With Amy just quietly saying, yeah.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Thank you, Dwayne. Maybe
we're touched by it.
Maybe we should add Amy here saying, enough is enough, Pop-Up.
All right, so I was going to play the other end of this, right? I was going to be devil
shut you off again if you say that.
Well, she can try, but I got a little MiFi card here.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't nobody got no internet without my help today. So I'll play devil's advocate, okay? So I can sort of see what he's saying. Now you've done something. You've taken this Arrowverse and you've created something that DC more or less neglected or was incapable of creating. And you actually created something that linked the two universes, all the different universes together. And you spent a lot of time doing it. If you read his blog, he's talking about a time when Warner wasn't coughing up any money. He was financing this out of his own pocket, trying to get things moving for a vision that he had. And then in typical DC fashion, they saw no value in what he did. The ratings, because it was CW, weren't good. And he felt like all this time he had developing, and some of these shows were quite good, actually, when you got right down to it. But they did, in a sense, lose us. Now, how much of that is, well, if the guy behind it is struggling, like I promise you, I'm sure James Gunn and Peter Safran do not have these kind of budget issues that he was worried about. So he goes ahead and he does it. Okay, I don't disagree. Figure drawing. I think maybe the series, all of them, could have ended a lot sooner, but they touched on it. He went ahead. He tried to create this. And thinking, I'm sure, thinking along the way that at some point this is going to expand into something much bigger. Okay, they're going to start making movies and everything else. And then all of a sudden DC does just things that none of us really understand. Okay, casting Ezra Miller as the Flash, okay, instead of Grant Gustin. All right.
Ezra Miller was Ragman, let's be clear. And that guy was not very good as Ragman. So
he
that's why
wasn't
I
very
wanted
good.
to-
He wasn't very good in the second Harry Potter set of movies. You know,
Oh my God.
I don't think he's all that, right? I thought his Flash was it was okay, all right. Marcus, I understand it, but yeah, that they're selling CW, they're going to try to ditch it as
I think the biggest point is that Guggenheim is upset that he didn't get offered a gig in the new status quo, like maybe like a writing, producing, directing something.
Maybe. I mean, if nothing else, taking a meeting with a guy, if nothing else, and saying, "Look, we're going in a different direction." Okay. All right. I don't think would have been that big a deal. He may have something to contribute. You know, let's call it what it is. James Gunn has done some great things, but he's not Kevin Feige. He has not, at least not yet. He has not tried to intertwine a complete universe together with a map, a roadmap, and a plan. Okay. He's a great director. He's done some wonderful things, but he's never done this before. So would it have killed you at that point to have that conversation? I don't know.
I mean, has James Gunn responded? Because he's been really quick to respond to certain things when things
I
pop
have
up.
not seen anything as of yet.
Curious.
So I have not seen it, but that doesn't mean he didn't.
What if he responds? Who's Mark Guggenheim?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty. That would be not where he wants to go.
You need to.
You know,
He needs you as a PR guy, right?
well, what I'm saying is why. Okay, why would you go that route? Okay, I mean, you've already inherited a big, hot, steaming mess of things. All right, people are not. You've got, you know, albeit however small they are, you've got the Schneiderverse people that are gunning for you. Excuse the pun. Okay, so you've already got enemies that are already built in when you stepped in and took this role, right? Why are you gonna make more by saying something stupid like that?
Well, he's
Even
probably,
if
he's probably not. I'm just joking.
all I
I'm
know,
just joking.
James Gunn, under the privacy of his own home, is one of the most arrogant people on the face of the earth, right? I don't know. He may be the nicest guy in the world. Okay, tips the delivery guy. You know,
I think the deal is
110% of whatever they deliver to us.
Well, what you hear from the people that work with Gunn is they say that he's awesome. Like when all that controversy came up and Disney kind of temporarily fired him from Guardians 3, and that's why he did Suicide Squad. All of those people backed him up. You know, every single member of that cast said that Gunn is a stand-up guy. So I'm sure he'll address it in the right way.
I was mistaken. I could have swore Ezra Miller was Ragman. I just got messaged by someone watching the show, one of our cosplayers, Rachel Holland. Ezra Miller was not Ragman.
Okay.
Apparently, Ragman is someone that she actually knows, like a Canadian actor who has made appearances in a few of the shows. She couldn't wait to correct me for that, and I appreciate that. Even if Ezra Miller is not Ragman, you know, that's on me. I'm just not going to be a big fan of that dude. I don't like that weird, quirky sort of acting style. It's just not me. If the guy straightens up his life, you know, God bless. I hope that all works out. I wasn't going to go see The Flash. You know, my nephew's kind of arm twisting me into say it. We've got a tradition. I think he's a little old for that now. We started seeing these movies, you know, when I was picking him up in middle school. Now he's failing in college, second college, and I'm kind of wondering, do I have to keep doing this? But okay, sure, whatever. But I don't know. We're at a thing now where I think people are almost, I don't know if they're owed. You should, and let's put it this way: in business, it doesn't pay to burn any bridges. I know from the food industry, there's almost no scenario where burning a bridge yields a good result, either short term or long term. Short term, people think you're a jerk. Long term, it always comes back to bite you. We have no idea what was actually the situation with Berlanti, Guggenheim, Gunn, Safran, the offices. Keep in mind, it's not like if I call James Gunn, he picks up the phone and says, "Hey, what's up?" There's like multiple levels and layers of people between those two. Should they have made some kind of effort to talk to Mark Guggenheim? But yeah, maybe somebody should have probably sat down and said, "Hey, look, man, I would say first and foremost, he's Berlanti's guy. So if Berlanti has a deal with DC, that's sort of on him to bring that guy along. And if he didn't, that kind of speaks,
you see,
a little bit too, right?"
See, here's my thing. All right, so Guggenheim, Berlanti, you guys are like saying, well, you know, I sort of see what they're saying, and but again, it's kind of on them. I don't see it that way. All right, and I'm not putting it doorstep at James Gunn and Peter
inside.
No,
Decent people.
No, listen, and I'm not putting it doorstep of James Gunn or Peter Safran.
Don't neglect their son.
They've got a lot of issues going on. All right, and I get that. Okay, should they have taken a meeting? Probably.
Yeah.
How many layers were there in between that prevented it from happening? Who knows? But my point is this. It is hopefully the last time we see it, but it is once again the typical DC disaster that has occurred time and time again. Okay, you see what I'm saying?
No.
So clearly, they long before James Gunn and Peter Safran ever entered the picture, this was the direction they were going in. Okay, and how do we know this? Because they cast Ezra Miller instead of Grant Gustin, which turned out to be the single biggest mistake they clearly ever made, because that has been nothing but one big poo-poo sandwich they've been forced to take a bite out of. Okay, it seems like
he has a signed picture of Grant Gustin on his desk.
Okay, well, now this brings me to my second point.
I bet he does, because anytime the Flash gets brought up, this is all he talks about.
No, but now I read something else, and now again, I don't know how much this is rumor mill, but that they're going to take advantage of this, which I totally agree with. This film, with its multiverse sort of nature, to replace, all right, Ezra Miller with Grant Gustin. All right. Now, clearly, Grant Gustin had a wellspring of fan support. That's fine. We're sticking with Ezra Miller now. Okay. And I'll be honest with you. I don't care how many people are, and I feel bad for the guy because clearly he's got something going on. But everybody's, oh, well, we care about his health and getting better and whatever. Listen, we all know straight up, okay, it's a corporation. And a corporation is looking at one thing and one thing only at the end of the day. All right. And that's the bottom line. And this has been a nightmare. And right now they have an opportunity to make this switch out without doing further damage to the universe, because I think they've pretty much done all they can do. Okay. So they have an opportunity to switch it out, and they should do it. And I think they will. Whether it's Grant Gustin or not, I don't know. That's the rumor. But again, like everything else that's posted on the internet these days, you don't know. But whether it's Grant Gustin or somebody else, now is the time.
Yeah, that's what they're going to do. They just right now publicly, they're going to be they don't want to do anything to diminish this movie. They're downplaying it, right? They're trying not to mention it. They're going to put all that marketing around Michael Keaton Batman, I guarantee it. And then
it seems like
the movie comes out, after the movie comes out, then they're going to say, we will no longer be working with Ezra Miller. That's what I think.
Yeah, they have to, because the guy is a ticking time bomb. All right, you don't really know. Right now you've kept the whole thing sequestered. Mom's on the case. All right, but you're going to go through another experience with him as the lead. I just don't see it.
No,
I mean that must have given every executive agita for like months. Phone ringing. Oh my gosh, no. What?
Shazam has its own problems, right? Me and only like 10 other people like Black Adam. Most people didn't like Black Adam. They didn't like Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam, although I thought he did a great job. So that's also a little bit of a drag on the Shazam kind of Captain Marvel, that version of Captain Marvel universe. The other problem is the actor who plays Shazam, Captain Marvel, apparently he's been on social media kind of just saying things that you probably don't want to say. The best thing you can do when you're one of these celebrity types, just promote your project, thank everybody for coming, and get off social media. When they start liking or posting these comments, it's always bad. It's always bad. The guy, I can't think of his name now. The guy who plays
Zachary Levi.
Levi.
He sort of is like a big fan and friend and like some kind of crackpot political spokesman dude, and it's just what I gotta believe when they do that, the studios just cringe, especially the publicist people, right? They're like, oh my god. I mean, you still can't. It's best to steer clear from politics. It's best to steer clear about COVID type stuff. Like if you and I talk about stuff, that's one thing, right? But if you, me, and Robbie are in a multi-million-dollar picture, we should probably just shut up, collect our checks, and talk amongst ourselves.
Well, what I find ironic,
that guy can't do that.
what I find ironic is, and I'm not directing it.
Yes,
exactly.
what figure drawing just said is the thing I hear
What?
more than anything else. I hate to use this term because this is a young person's term, but that guy, apparently Zachary Levi, is cringe.
Well,
He says things that make people wince, and they're not going to want to put $50, $100, $150 million into Shazam 3.
All right, so
Shazam
let me
is
say
going
this.
to. I think Shazam's going to severely underperform to their
Yeah,
expectations.
that too.
So
Those trailers have been wonky. The marketing is way off on the Shazam 2 for some reason. It's
Well,
just.
I think there might be a reason to that. I think that their intent was never really to continue that.
Oh, you
Shazam
think they're just
storyline.
going to tank that?
Yeah, they're like, you know what? We can't keep shelving stuff because we got so much backlash over Batgirl. All right, so let's just run it. At this point, it's done. Let's
Someone
just
else
run it,
said
and
that
it'll
on
be what
Twitter
it'll be.
about a week ago. One of the Twitter Comics guys said, I think if the backlash from Batgirl hadn't been so bad, they would have shelved Fury of the Gods too. They would have just said,
Here's my problem with Zachary Levi, okay? And I don't care what he says, all right? But what I find ironic, and I don't know, I haven't seen it yet, but I've been reading reviews on the Chris Rock stand-up. Looks pretty funny, actually, and I saw excerpts of it. You know, I gotta go with something Chris Rock said. You know, it's ironic because so many of these actors, through the paparazzi and, you know, we deserve a private life, and then you spout something that has nothing to do with acting.
You should shut up
on social media. All right. And people are canceling me. Well, you just, you know, on the one hand, you all are talking about your privacy and the paparazzi, they're in our face and we don't deserve that. And then the other hand, you're spewing stupid stuff on social media. And then you're surprised when you get backlash. Which is it? You know, I mean, you want privacy? Don't spew anything.
Even if you put it to the immediate level of 3 or less. Robbie owns a comic book store. Imagine if every single day he went on a rant about people who put pineapple on pizza. Some people love it, some people hate it. There is nothing to be gained from him crapping on pizza pineapplers. Nothing to be gained.
Bro, I actually do that. I do that every day. Every day.
Lose some customers and make him seem like a crackpot. And that's what happens whether it's Robbie at his store. Nobody cares about us. We're just 2 old guys in a room. But whether it's Robbie in a retail store or, you know, a performer in, you know, a 7-8 digit production of something, nobody cares. J.K. Rowling started her, you know, transphobia comments. I don't care what she believes or not believe. Harry Potter is $1 billion franchise. Warner Brothers would gag her if they could get away with it. Literally, they would black bag her and put her in a quiet room until she stopped making that noise.
We got a bid on the King Spawn, Rex.
I don't care what she believes or not. It's just nobody needs to hear it because all it does is turn people off and make people pull away.
All right, Dwayne, I got you, buddy. All right, so Dwayne's a pain starting us off. All right,
it's
thank you, buddy.
Sense. It would be like if I told people back when I was a kid with like a baseball, with like a hot dog cart, if you had a baseball cap, you're not getting a hot dog. What do I care?
Well, you know, with J.K. Rowling, look, she's made so much money. You can be the crazy rich lady. You can spew whatever you want. Okay. You know, when you have that much money, what are we all going to, we're never going to watch Harry Potter again. She's probably like, yeah, okay, don't. I don't care.
They say she's up to now $1.8 billion.
It's ridiculous, right? So there's nothing you can do about that. Zachary Levi, dude, you are here. You're almost on that cusp of making that next step into stardom. I keep my mouth shut, bro. Yeah. I really would. Okay. You know,
but Design just said he likes mushrooms on his cheesesteak. I don't. And I used to joke around on radio and stuff like that. But at the end of every episode, I'd be like, eat what you want. The golden food rule is eat what you want. Like, I don't put ketchup on hot dogs. Tons of people do. Do I make fun of those people? If it's funny, sure. It's a radio show for entertainment. But you know what I mean?
All right. So
people that put ketchup on a hot dog are the worst. Let's just be honest, okay?
I will say that I like mushrooms and fried onions on my cheesesteak, and I do put ketchup on my hot dog. So there you go.
But my point is, like, if I owned a business, like when I'm on the radio making fun of people, I'm making fun of everyone equally. If I sold cheesesteaks, I'll put whatever I have in my store on your cheesesteak. Like, I don't care if you want cookies, potato chips. It's your cheesesteak. Are you going to give me $20 for it? There you go, sir.
Right.
Here's salami on it.
So where Rubenstein, I read about that as well. So yeah, I mean, it's at a certain point. I don't really
Guys,
care.
Guys, we're paying for extra internet. Talk about the books.
We're paying for it.
We're using the magic card.
We're gonna do something different tonight. We're just gonna randomly pick people and send them invoices. Don't worry about it. We got this thing.
ROM Annual #1, the king size annual. This
Nick,
is
I
such a
wouldn't
great
do that.
cover.
I wouldn't do
your
that,
end.
bro.
I keep forgetting.
Grab your end.
So our table is busted.
And Nick can't stop putting his oversized butt and well-rounded stomach on it.
Well, everyone assumes it would be me, right? Because if there's a broken desk or chair, it's like, oh, did John sit on it? I absolutely
Ronald said, "Thank you, Nick." All right, let's go with this ROM Annual. How much is it?
Wait, what? All right, hold on. You're just gonna randomly pick stuff up.
$5. $6 book, $5. It's a great annual. Somebody to pick up.
It's $600 bookstore.
No, it's $6. Oh, Wonder Man TV series hitting. Check it out.
Oh, wrong. Okay.
Marvel premiere, the first Wonder Man solo story.
I'll tell you right now, this is one of these books, and we've said this before on this show. Don't wait until Wonder Man is on TV and you can't find it anywhere, or the prices are jacked up. Pick it up before. We say this all the time, before the movie comes out, before the show comes out.
Crazy part is, the Wonder Man Fabian Nicieza, Jeff Johnson series were in the dime box. When nothing was in less than a quarter box, it was in the dime box. Now they're going for how much
That's
money?
why I'm telling people, pick this up now, because I'll tell you right now, it won't be. It'll be more money.
Ooh, the Harley Quinn limited edition.
Oh, that's really nice. I like that.
Isn't it?
Getting to see those Campbell pencils, right? That's awesome.
You know what? Let's make this one $20. Let's see if we get somebody to jump. $20 from 50 to 20.
I love sketch covers like that.
And did you guys figure out a hashtag?
We did not.
We got this giveaway too. Hashtag. We went from like not talking about anything to talking about everything. So, all right. Wow, the chat just stopped.
We should have brought you in to talk about the Flash because.
All right, John Spilios, you got it, buddy.
John is
Really good call, John. Really good
that's
call.
a beautiful cover, man. Yikes! I love these.
What did we do the Wonder Man at? What was that at, Jay?
Let's go with Marcus's suggestion. Let's go hashtag Nick Collars, but all lowercase though. Let's do all lowercase.
Do all lowercase.
You know what? Let's do the Wonder Man at $15.
You think they're going to put Wonder Man in that jacket and have those glasses for this? I hope they do.
I would like to.
Well,
see
remember in Luke Cage, they had a scene where he was kind of in the yellow shirt, right? They always sort of kind of do like a nod of the hat to that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so that one is what, number 201?
Yeah.
All right, so Amazing Spider-Man number 201 from 1980.
Somebody pays Lars, man. His Spider-Man stuff is
Presumed
here.
grade of a 7.5.
Okay, price?
$20.
Ramita and McLeod. Wow.
All right, and we have two giveaways tonight. One is the supervillain team up.
You know what? We'll drop this to $15.
That is the 201.
And John, guess what? And I dropped it to $15, so it's even cheaper for you.
Thank you. All right, John. You got it, John.
Who's doing the hashtag?
All right. Yep. Hashtag Nick Collars, all lowercase. Two giveaways.
Oh, here's a great giveaway, too. Look at this. Nothing like the Red Skull.
Oh.
Dark Victory.
So we'll do. Did you pull the Red Sonja Jenny Frizen one?
I did. I showed that.
All right. So that'll be the first giveaway we do right before the next break. Then we'll do that one first, and then we'll do the other one towards the end.
All right. Cosmic Cube. You know what I'm surprised? I'm surprised that somebody hasn't done a Cosmic Cube toy, like a real one. like a light up Cosmic
Yeah.
Cube toy. Because remember we got the Green Lantern. I know it's DC, but we got a real Green Lantern where like the ring actually turned the lantern on, which was pretty cool.
Hasbro did one. Hasbro has one that's like the MCU version of it, the Tesseract or whatever they call it. Like they have one.
Okay.
I remember DC did a like a mother box that like lights up and pings and stuff.
Yeah,
I should've
Ping
got
Ping. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So Large Man is not in the house, man. We have a lot of Spider-Man.
I was going to say, I have to message him and tell him, man, dude, if you missed the show tonight, get back with us. There's a lot of Spider-Man on here.
Let's see what else we want to do. I'm surprised nobody bought the Wonder Man now that I dropped it to 15. How much is the Hulk with Warlock? This is the time to get this.
What number?
I don't remember. 178.
178.
All right. So that is a presumed grade of a 5.5, and that one's 15 from 1974.
Let's drop it to 12.
All right.
And this
so
is
that's
another
going down to
book.
12.
If you look, you can always still look at what's on the horizon, right? We've got Guardians of the Galaxy up next with Warlock.
Mm.
That will push up every book that he's been in, been on the cover, whatever. Wonder Man is going to come out. And again, that'll push up everything that Wonder Man is on. Already some of those Avengers back issues where he's in the Avengers sort of popping up. I saw a conversation this past weekend about favorite Wonder Man costume.
Right.
When you start seeing those, I'm sure retailers, like everybody on the channel is a retailer, they already kind of know, like, oh, one of the reasons they have, Google alerts and stuff like that, because they know, oh, you know what, let me get these out from the back to the front. Let me get these out of dollar boxes and let me get these priced, on trend.
All right. So let's throw one of the sets out. We had a Spider-Man 5-pack set. So it includes, Jay, there you go. Thanks, Jay. All right. So includes Amazing Spider-Man number 800 variant, Amazing Spider-Man number 1, Legacy number 802, Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 300, Amazing Spider-Man number 49, Legacy number 850 variant, and Amazing Spider-Man number 798 variant. Total retail value of just under $40, and we have the 5-book set for $19.62 tonight.
I really like that spectacular Spider-Man cover. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So where were we?
Oh, you know what we should do? We should do a whatchamacallit.
Oh, what's
do one of the Joe Del Beato Mariano covers.
Oh yeah. You know what? Let's do one.
I mean, we were talking about him in here. He has a really cool Iron Man cover I saw.
He does. All right, let's do this one. All right, so it's Invincible Iron Man number 600, signed with connecting sketch covers of Iron Man versus Doctor Doom by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $199.99. We got the one available for $129.99.
Now that's really, really cool.
I was going to say, I love the fact that all the circuitry is done in gold.
And it connects.
And it connects. Like, this might be the most exact we've had a cover connect because he used the circuitry to line it up or whatever.
Yeah, that's great.
God, Joe kind of has some real Bob Layton energy in Iron Man there.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. So Stevie B, everybody get your hashtags in for the drawing, guys. Hashtag Nick Collars, all lowercase. All right. And we're going to do 2 drawings. So listen, if you didn't win last week or the week before, go ahead and throw it up there, guys. You're good to go. I'm going to make a call on the fly. We're going to shorten that to 15 days instead of 30. All right. Get more people joining in. All right. Then we have John's favorite Batman 8-pack.
Is it at least a good Batman?
I think it is.
No, it's not going to be animated. No, it's not good Batman.
All right. So it comes with Detective Comics number 1027, Batman number 64, Batman number 94, Batman the Joker War number 99, Batman and the Outsiders number 3, Batman the Joker Warzone number 1, Batman Beyond number 1, and then Batman the Joker War number 98. Retail value of $37, and we have this set, 8 books, all 8 books, for $19.39.
Oh, yikes.
I know. Can't get too much cheaper.
Well, I was going to say, you might as well just start randomly picking people
Right.
and sending them now.
All right. So what did I say we were going to do for the first giveaway? Oh, we're going to do the Red Sonja number 14.
Jenny Frizen cover?
Yep, the Jenny Frizen cover. I'm going to give everybody like 3 more minutes if you didn't get the hashtag up. Ronald, which set? Let me know.
Yeah, which set are you looking for? Spider-Man, maybe?
Hey, don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm doing it. We'll call it 15 days.
15 days, yeah.
The idea is, you know what? I don't even know if it's carved in stone. The one thing we want to avoid is obviously the same person winning over and over and over again. That's all.
Yeah, we just want to spread the wealth a little bit.
Yeah, we just want to spread it out, give everybody an equal kind of a chance. So
I mean, nobody wants to see me taking this stuff home.
Why? You're taking it away anyway.
I've won.
Oh, the Iron Man set. Okay, I got you.
That
Ron.
Iron Man set is cool.
Let's see if Nick's reading. If he's reading, maybe he'll come back and give you a special, my friend.
I don't know. Has he eaten meat yet tonight?
Having a steak in there, he's going to jack up the price. You better grab it now.
That's gold circuitry. That's gold circuitry. We got to raise the price. Come on.
Well, it's so funny. This is like a little behind the scenes Nick trivia, right? Nick eats a lot of like this kind of healthy food, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Nick goes to like probably the best steakhouse in maybe a 40 or 50 mile radius, one of the top 2-3 steakhouses here. And, you know, he posts photos. Him and the family do some damage over there.
Dude.
So
when
Nick isn't always.
When I see Nick's photos, when he goes to get steak, I guess at that place you're talking about, it's like insane. It's insane. Yeah, I really want to do that so bad. That looks amazing.
There's a couple, we're really fortunate. Back in the day, not so much. But probably about the last 10 or 15 years, we've had a bunch of really good steakhouses. Well, I mean, Philadelphia always had steakhouses, but, you know, it was always like 1 or 2, so it's hard to get in. We got like 6 or 7 steakhouses in Philly now that are really good. There's probably 5 or 6 steakhouses in Atlantic City that are really good. And then we've got a couple steakhouses here that they're not like the fanciest locations, but those, I like Chubby's down in Gloucester City, delicious. Steak 38 looks like it's like going back in time. Steak 38's at the end of like a hotel, like a Tristan hotel, and you're like, I'm not going in there. And you walk in there, and it's like the Dean Martin roast in the 1970s. And they get steak straight from a purveyor that they have out in Pennsylvania, right. Out in Lancaster. I kind of know a little bit where they are.
Ronald, thank you for claiming this. I'm going to change the rules for tonight. For tonight.
Well, Ron hasn't claimed it yet.
Yeah, he did. He did.
It's right there. He said, unless someone else claims it, he wants the Iron Man.
There, you know what?
No, he was.
He claimed it. Two posts up.
Yeah, it's right above Edwards. Is it my eyes or am I not looking at it?
No. All right. Ron, just confirm, buddy, because the way that I read the sequence.
I'm looking right at it, unless someone else
I'm
wants
looking for a Nick special for the set. And then I asked him which set. And then he answered Iron Man set. And then he answered, unless someone else wants the Iron Man set.
So
he
wants it.
No, guys, no.
He's wanting a discount on it.
Thank you, Robbie. Right? And then I asked him which set because I had already gone through 3 sets. So then he explained to us that it was the connecting cover set.
Right.
So he was waiting to see if you offered him a deal.
That's too cool.
It's already a great deal. So,
okay. But I just want to clarify, Ron, if you're claiming it at the $129.99 price,
$129.99, Ron.
Let us know, Ron. Okay.
It's crazy for 2 books like that.
All right. So let us know.
Friends and family price.
All right, buddy.
Nick, your food's here.
Thanks.
Nick, your food. Real quick before you go, when you go to the steakhouse, what's your go-to cut?
Usually New York strip.
New York strip. Somebody asked that the last time too.
All right. So anyway, I came here to say one other thing. We're going to make an exception to the rule tonight. Everybody can enter the contest.
Oh, everybody throw your hashtags in there.
Well, I think everybody's concern, Nick, is then if they win tonight, will they be barred for 30 days? That's what everybody's concerned about because then they only want to enter in things that they really want, so they don't.
Well, that's no. We're making an exception. This is tonight's timeout night.
All right, so there we go.
So we'll do it after the break. so that everybody can enter.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what we'll do. We'll do the drawing immediately after we come back from break. So, all right, Ron, you got it, buddy. Thank you for the clarification, my friend. All right, that is yours, my friend. All right. So the hashtag.
Dwayne's name was in there.
It's up on the screen, buddy. It's
up on the
hashtag
screen.
Nick Collars, all lowercase. I like an honest person. I wasn't paying attention.
I'm paying attention.
Most of our viewers aren't paying attention, my friend.
This
Trust
sounds
me.
awful to say, but I love the homeless guys on the street when they're like, I want money for beer. Why lie? You know what I mean? I was just.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You're not going to go to college with my dollar. You're just going to put it with other dollars and buy beer. So here you go.
That's an interesting topic, right? So when I was raising my daughter, especially when we went to San Francisco, a lot of homeless people, and I wanted to set the right example for my daughter.
Oh, so you made her go like an urchin and ask for money?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought this was a much better story.
No.
I'm going to teach you some humility, daughter.
No, but what she would say to me as we walk by, because if you've ever been to California, certainly the Bay Area, because of the nice weather and stuff, dude,
it's always been like that. 20 years ago,
that's not true.
That's
20 years ago, maybe, but it's not always been like that because my father lived in San Francisco area, and I remember visiting him during the summers. It was totally not like that. It was not as congested. It was not as crowded. The Golden Gate Bridge was not, and the Bay Bridge was not always backed up. It was a wonderful, beautiful place because of where it's located. But then, obviously, with the .com boom at the turn of millennium, Silicon Valley, the unaffordability of homes at that point, pushing a lot of people out. A lot of homeless people go there because it's nice year round, as opposed to who wants to be in Buffalo this time of year, right? And it's turned into what it is now, which is really a shame. I got to tell you, it really is. So all right, so in about a minute we're gonna go to our break.
That's where your son is calling from. Like he borrows somebody's phone instead of taking $1. And you left me in San Francisco.
No,
sorry,
you
couldn't play
from
softball.
Fairfax, which is a little scary.
That's too close.
Yeah,
That's too close.
I just got to begin to wonder, right?
That's like a 5-hour drive.
So, yeah. So everybody, we are in timeout right now. So everybody can enter. You will not be excluded for any future drawings if you enter today. All right. So let's go to our next break because we missed the last break.
We did miss a break.
Yeah, because we didn't have internet.
Well, we had an unscheduled break.
We had an unscheduled break. All right, we'll be back in a couple minutes. Stay with us.
Why was Princess Zelda sad after watching a bunch of YouTube videos? She couldn't find the link in the description. We'll stop if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's super easy. Click subscribe and click the bell when you do. And thanks for supporting the EXP. What if Hans Gruber from Die Hard had to battle the Joker from Batman the Animated Series in a dance battle? Or who would win in a race between Baby from Baby Driver and Snidely Whiplash? If Austin Powers and Shrek found themselves in a hot dog eating contest, who would emerge victorious? These are the questions we talk about on Nerd Killer Warfare. Debate the most absurd questions you've ever heard in popular culture. Register now by scanning the QR code or visiting bit.ly/EXP casting. You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey. And behind every page, there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today. You're watching The Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Hey, we're back. All right, so and weird. Yeah, I would tend to agree with you as well. That's not entirely up to me, but yeah, I would tend to agree with you, my friend. All right, so it's to give away Nick dollars. All right, so Jay, let's spin the wheel, buddy. All right, and we are giving away the Jenny Frizen Red Sonja number 14, Virgin Art. And the winner is Easy Go Lucky. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Nice.
All
It's a great
right.
cover.
And just enter once, everyone.
Nice
All right.
flowers. Nice flowers on that cover.
Nice flowers. All right, so what is the show tonight, buddy, for you?
Oh, we are in March. That means it's March Madness. It's the month where we celebrate the insanity of cinema by looking at some of the best horror films or thriller films, usually involving madness. And tonight we're talking about one of my favorite movies from one of my favorite directors, Dario Argento's Tenebrae, tonight on PCP Movie Night.
All right, and that's 9 o'clock Eastern, right?
That's right. It's going to be a grand old time.
Award-winning. Did you hear that read? Clean, professional, not us trying to sober up for 2 hours to do this stuff. Like, you could tell that everything he does is
Robbie, I don't know why you're doing all this butt kissing. Robbie lives too far for you to go to his house and take free stuff.
That's not what it's about, man. I'm glad he joins the show. He's award-winning. No one's giving us awards.
And he has a luscious hair.
Did we even give slice of pizza?
Self-described by Robbie.
Yep, you know it. Nah, but I'm really, really pumped. Tenebrae is a great one, and you know me, I love my horror films, and I love my Italian horror, so it's going to be a great show.
Oh,
Be pumped.
I saw that. He made that in the wallpaper on the PCP Facebook thing.
Yeah, Tenebrae. Have you seen Tenebrae, John? You've seen that one,
I
right?
have not. Apparently, I'm going to have to.
Oh, you got to. John Saxon's in it, so that's an excuse to see it, right?
All right, so I forgot to
started rewatching these because, like, I'd see them when they come out, but you know, it's like you didn't think much of it. Now following Robbie, kind of, you know, seeing that there's more to horror than just, you know what I mean? I've been rewatching some of that stuff. It's very, very cool.
All right. Well, you weren't here for the news. We made the announcement on Friday, I believe, on Robbie's show. So for all our viewers, I have put in the mail 3 blank covers to our friend Robbie. All right. So
I got them today, Rex. They are
What?
in my possession. I have them.
Oh, they arrived today. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Okay. So they arrived today at Robbie's domicile.
I gotta ask a question though to the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Would anybody have an issue, like if, for instance, I did Spawn on a Princess Leia book, right? Because I don't really want to draw Princess Leia, but I want to draw Spawn.
I wouldn't really care, personally.
You know what you ought to do? You ought to do a cover where it's Spawn at its most terrifying, and do like toddler Leia from the Obi-Wan show.
First of all, we have no idea of Robbie's skill level. So what we should be wishing for, we may be wishing for, is just that Spawn looks like Spawn. Okay.
You know I told you, you can see my skill level. Just go on my Instagram, Pop Culture Philosophers on Instagram. You'll see a lot of my art.
I don't do Instagram.
That's the bridge too far for Rex.
I'm begging you to join us in the 21st century.
Okay, you keep calling me Pop-Up, it's never going to happen. All right, but
I actually am older than you are, which is what makes it even funnier.
I like Jay's suggestion. You could draw Spawn on My Little Pony.
I don't think anyone.
Did I send you a My Little Pony? I don't think I did.
You sent me. You sent me Action Comics, Princess Leia, and I don't remember what the third one is right now for some reason.
All right. Well, I'm of the opinion that Robbie, you just draw whatever
and Marcus
strikes
has
you.
got the right energy. Spawn with the head of toddler Leia on a pike. This is like medieval Spawn, man.
Oh, well, where do you see toddler Leia? Although I agree.
I just assumed it was toddler Leia.
All right, let me get to a few books, and I did see Mandalorian, so I'm curious as to everybody's. You know what? Maybe. Let me say that Robbie and I have not gotten that far in our discussions of what we're going to do.
Oh, what?
So,
Will these be on Shopify?
Yeah, I don't know. At least one of them, I guess, right?
Yeah, at least one of them should be on our Shopify, which, by the way, everybody should check out and buy something from.
Right. And I would check
Jeff.
out what Robbie has drawn on these blank covers before we actually load it up on Shopify.
Yeah. I love how Rex is just like, I need to see it first, bro. No, I get you. I get you.
Same, bro.
I'm telling you, man.
And weird. When we say Shopify is a blanket platform of which small businesses can create their own shops. So it's kind of like, I don't know.
So wait a minute. You won't do Instagram, but you're into Shopify?
Well, I get paid for that.
Oh, all right. Now I'll
like my job and stuff, bro.
Now it becomes clear.
You know, it's like
There's money involved.
Yeah. Well, you know, we had to find a way to do it with, but you know, Robbie's show is a little different than the format that we do here.
Where's my food on Instagram?
Oh, and I may have to finally upgrade my phone, bro. I may not be able to rock my
the
iPhone
7
2
no not doing it anymore for
The
you?
iPhone 7S is not cutting it.
Wow, I did not realize.
I thought you still used the Sidekick from T-Mobile.
You know, I got to be honest with you. I was talking to a friend of mine, and obviously my iPhone 7S has the little button.
Oh,
they've done away with the button.
Yeah,
I'm having a problem with this.
I miss the home button. I'll be the first to admit it. I miss the home button. Every once in a while, real quick, I'll hit something. I'll be like,
Well,
the iPad still has a home button.
I've held on to this thing. This thing is practically brand new. I mean, once I take the case off, it's practically brand new. But the problem I have now is what I'm finding is that my phone will randomly say there's no service. And then I got to reboot the phone. And I didn't realize in order to make Wi-Fi based calls, I need to turn that feature on.
Yeah.
Which I did. And it's on almost all the time. And it's not the reception because it'll happen here in the office. It'll happen in my house. So.
Well, it's because service for 7S's and it's got to reach back to like 2016 to get that service.
Worse than that, they stopped updating.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, that's
when the
bad.
16 came out, that's when they stopped.
I had like my original iPad, and I loved to read comics because it was the larger one. And eventually, they were just like, "Dude, no." And like Marvel Unlimited or whatever. Now, the next two iPads I bought were smaller because I'm like, it'll fit in my bag easier. It'll be great. Now, the original iPad Air I liked because it was the size of a comic book.
So in the time that I've owned this phone, and mind you, I didn't buy the iPhone 7S immediately after they released the 7. Like they were probably on to 8 or 9 by the time I
before
bought
this
7.
BlackBerry?
No, I've always had an iPhone. I had
really?
an iPhone 4, which I held on to years, and then eventually converted. And there was a period of time where I went Android, can't do it. And I don't like Macs or anything like that, but I couldn't do it with the iPhone because you know what I found out? The Android phones, it won't do the same things as an iPhone, so you have to load an app for it and load an app. And I kept loading apps, and the apps still didn't work right.
I'm one of those rare people that had both Android and iPhone because I had a work phone and I had like my own personal phone. And there's pluses and minuses for either one. But when I retired and decided I just needed one phone, I wound up keeping an iPhone because being an old person, Apple just works better.
And figure drawing, I got to be honest with you, bro. If you play it right, Apple can't pinch you like that because here you go. I've had the iPhone 7S now for years. They're on 16, bro. They've had 9 additional upgrades.
No, it's not 16 already.
Yeah, it's 16.
I thought it was 14.
Yeah. No. They released 16
I
last
got a 13
year.
Pro Max. I got to go down to Verizon.
Hold on.
I got last year's phone again.
iPhone 16. Let's see. Yep, they're selling it right now, buddy. So I gotta deal with Verizon now and upgrade my phone. I'm very disappointed in this. I really don't feel like it. But John Stout, the 16 is available for sale. Did they skip right over 15?
I don't remember seeing 15. I remember seeing 14 and noticing that it's not significantly different than my 13. And I was like, maybe I'll just wait a little bit.
I think 15 went. I think 15 got destroyed in the lab through a freak accident, so they just had to move on. I think they pushed science too far for the 15, and so they just moved past it.
Yeah, I mean, listen, guys, I don't plan to get to 16. Okay. A friend always told me I seem to buy phones that are just about functionally obsolete, and that's when I pick them up.
There's a lot of people that do that though. They run into Verizon or whoever, and they're pushing like the newest whatever. Like you would run in, they would tell you have to have the Samsung Galaxy 20, and I'm like, I use this phone for business. I'm just not. You know what I mean? I don't need, the cutting laser edge of everything. That's what my iPhone's for. And they would always, well, let's swap them both. Let's swap them both or whatever. And I'm like,
let's see. No, they got the 16 out, guys. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you sure that's not? No, that's iOS 16.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I thought the phones were on 14 because the 16, I just don't.
You guys might be right.
I just opened something and they were, was it Marvel Unlimited or whatever? But they were like, upgrade to 16 now, like iOS 16 on my iPad. I'm like, okay, it's fine.
Mine won't even take the latest upgrade, so it won't matter. All right, so let me get through a few more books here. All right, so as always, we have the Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles. Suggested retail of $40 or higher, and as always, we have it for $5 for the 10 books. 50 cents copy, can't go wrong. All right, so now we have a Venom 2-pack, Venom number 35, Legacy number 200, and Venom number 1, Legacy number 201. Combined retail value of $32 in the wild, and we have the 2 books available for $15. Easy go lucky. Yeah. In my house, it's always been the reverse. My daughter's like rocking a iPhone 12 or something like that. I don't know, 13, something like that. I don't even know. All right. And then we have, these are both 30th anniversary issues of Spider-Man. So we got Spider-Man number 26, giant size 30th anniversary issue with the 3D hologram. And we have that one available for $30.
Wow, that really kind of takes me back as a blast in time, that particular hologram cover.
Yeah, well, technology wasn't that good yet.
Not only that, but I literally remember like some pushing and shoving at the comic book store to get this. And
I
was
love
like,
it. I love them. They really, really take me back, man. And you used to be able to find these in dollar bins, and now you can't, and they're going up, especially the one because it's like the first Spider-Man 2099. But this is a cool set to have up on the wall or in your collection. I love these.
Well, they were super hot. And then people were like, oh, that's terrible. Like all this sort of die cut, prismatic card covers, like whatever you want to, right? And then all of a sudden I started seeing like I got a notification on eBay one day that like something like my godson was looking for. It's like $168. And I'm like, what? That's insane. Like I remembered having it, and I had it somewhere in my collection. And I said to him, I'm like, don't spend $168. I'll just go to storage and look into my collection and give it to you. Because it was just like a random book I had. It was like an Avengers, like all red cover or all silver cover or something. Right. And then I started seeing like all these things from the 90s, maybe very early 2000s, crazy expensive again, like on the resale market.
All right. So then we also have the Spectacular Spider-Man number 189, giant size 30th anniversary issue.
Oh, this one I really like. This one's cool.
And we also have this one for $30. But if you buy both of them tonight, you'll get each one for $25.
Oh, wow.
So both of them together will be $50.
They also come with these each of them come with these really awesome posters. Like one of them comes with a Hobgoblin poster by, I think, Charles Vess that I think is so striking. I got to get an extra copy so I can rip that poster out and put it up on the wall.
And Man, yeah, we got tons of Spider-Man tonight. So too bad.
I text Lars, man. What are you doing?
He's probably working.
Probably working to pay off the last bunch of stuff he bought.
Marvel really killed it with those 30th anniversary things because they did that for Spider-Man. They did Fatal Attractions for the X-Men, which was awesome. Those also had those little holograms on there and such a great story too.
So, all right. So somebody last show mentioned Gold Key. They were a fan of Gold Key, and I don't remember who it was, and I don't even know if they're here tonight.
Right here. I've been a fan of Gold Key since the day I walked in.
Somebody other than John is what I mean. All right. So I'm going to throw these two out here. Star Trek Gold Key number 23, Child's Play from 1974. Presumed grade of about a 7.0. And we have the one available for $15.
These Gold Key Star Trek books bear very little resemblance to the show, but they are great. And the artists are always amazing on the interior, and those covers are so fantastic, man.
I think Russ Manning might have done some of these. The Magnus artists even filled in and did some of these. Like everybody, a lot of times you'll see like inconsistency within issues of the book. Like I've got like one of these issues for Land of the Giants, which was an old TV show, and I swear to God, there's like 4 different artists. Of course, they just credited it to like one person, but I would swear there's at least 3 or 4 different artists contributing to this book. I mean, to the point where even like the line styles are different. Like you don't have to be an art expert to say two people drew these 2 pages differently. I think a lot of times they would just be busting stuff out for, because it was on TV or toys or whatever. Right. And they'd be like, Rex, finish this page real quick so we can get this book to the printer.
I have these Eagle Moss like hardcover collections of a bunch of Star Trek books, right? And it's a lot of the IDW stuff, but it also collects the DC stuff and the Marvel stuff, and each one of them has an issue of the Gold Key. So they collect the entire Gold Key run, and they have like little notations. And they said in the very first few issues, they hadn't seen anything from Star Trek. They had no scripts, no idea. They just knew that there was a Captain Kirk, and like the characters are way off. Spock is completely different. They talk about the teleporter room instead of the transporter, and it's just
the Enterprise is different. Like they tried to do like one of those like exploded views of the Enterprise, and you could fit maybe 40 or 50 people on it. It was essentially like a large like 747, and of course everybody knows the Enterprise is supposed to be more like a naval vessel, right? Like 300 people, primary and secondary hulls. Literally in the saucer section, they've got people sitting down like this inside. Like, the roof is here. And I'm like, no, there's like 10 decks in the
Well, it was the same for Star Wars as well. They didn't have anything to really work off of, and they had to get it done before.
That's why all the lightsabers are red. Like nobody, they didn't
have any of that information. All right, so this is the second Gold Key. Star Trek Gold Key number 47, This Tree Bears Bitter Fruit from 1977.
This is a cool cover. I like this.
We also have one of these available for $15.
These covers are so intensely awesome on all this Gold Key stuff. Like there was there one that's like UFO stories or something like that. They have amazing covers. The Boris Karloff one. Oh my goodness.
The Invaders, if you look at the covers for the Invaders, it made me wish the TV show, which I watched on like YouTube one day, it made me wish that the show was the cover, not the other way around. The covers were just like these amazing covers, and then you watch the show and it's just kind of like a low-key, almost like X-Files, where I'm telling you there's aliens, and everybody's like, no, dude, there's not. And at the end of the show, there's one dude that's like, yeah, there's aliens, but we can't talk about that. But meanwhile, the covers told us a better story. It was almost like the result where like the comics were helping the show get over. It was wild.
All right. So, you know what? We got some more vintage and some more back issues. Oh, this is a neat one. Oh man, I feel bad. Lars Man's not here.
Spoilers.
All right, Spidey Super Stories. I remember when these came out.
Oh, this is like an Electric Company
1977 to 1981, 5-book set. And we have the 5-book set available for $40. This brings me back to my youth.
So the Electric Company? Yeah, there's like multiple generations now.
Like, I think I watched the first season.
Nobody's going to know what the Electric Company is.
It came on right after Sesame Street, and I think I watched the
hipper Sesame Street.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And it was like what you watched as you got older, because in their mind, you were like, okay, you watch Sesame Street for years, depending on your age, right? Well, then eventually you grew out of it, and then you started watching other stuff. The people for the electric company are like, let's keep them. They're reading comics now. Like, I remember the actor who would do, he was in like a terrible suit with no budget. And the guy would put so much physical acting into trying to get you to believe that was Spider-Man, or Spidey as they called it.
All right. So Kenneth Bird. Hey, I just read your post on the chat, and that's awesome. I'm glad you got your book. Again, just so everybody knows, and I know most of our viewers know this. Obviously we package as well as we possibly can. We make sure we package as if we were sending it to ourselves. But once it leaves the building and is in the hands of the U.S. Postal Service or UPS or FedEx, there's very little we can do, obviously, to control what happens to the package. But ironically enough, we have had a very low percentage of a loss or damage of most of our packages.
Yeah.
I would say 99% get through with no problems. But realize, and we'll always work with you and try to help in any way we can, but know that when they pick it up from our dock, there isn't too much we can do about it. It is in the hands of God and the U.S. Postal Service.
Well, I've said this to people. I've gotten books because, like, instead of just handing it to me, like, I've seen how the stuff is packaged. And one day, even my wife was like, why do you just not get this when you're there where you get all your other comic books? And I'm like, no, this isn't the regular weekly book. Mm. And she's like, I got cardboard for my garden for like a month at it.
Yes, and again,
very good. Thank you. Amy, in particular, wants everyone to fill out their submission form.
That is correct.
All right, I don't need Amy Cranky in here.
I'm going to throw out one more CCA, and then we're going to do a Rex Cap.
Yep, TJ James said it. Rita Moreno and Morgan Freeman.
That's right.
People that are like, what are you talking about? Go to YouTube and look at the Electric Company, because some of those episodes are up there. And I got to tell you, the Electric Company is about as close as you're going to get to going back in time.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's almost like time traveling from the comfort of your laptop.
Were great. The way they involved everything. I remember reading those. I loved them. All right, so throw this up and then we'll do the Rex Cap. The Mighty Thor #1 signed with Thor versus Skrull cover sketch by Joe Delbiano and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $119.99, and we have the one available for $62.
Wow, that's a steal for a remark like that. That's more than a remark. Obviously, it's a whole piece, but like there's a lot more than just a figure on there. There's two figures and the building, and that's awesome. I love it. Very Kirby too, right?
There's a lot of Kirby in here. There's a lot of like Dick Ayers in the stone. There's a lot of Joe and Mariano are putting like a lot into this.
Yeah, they
are. That Silver Age.
They're getting more creative by
they really are, man. They're like, how much stuff how many callbacks can we do? Particularly the Stone. Have you ever seen Dick Ayers do the Hulk? Like those, like I guess he would do the backgrounds or whatever.
Right.
He just had a way of doing stones that made them look incredibly lifelike. Keep in mind, this is like newsprint and circa 1950s and 60s printing, because they're always like 10 years behind.
All right.
That's very cool.
It is very cool. All right, let's do the Rex Cap. All right, here we go. Okay,
nice.
All right, so we had the Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, cover price of $3.99 or higher, and as always, we have it for $5, 50 cents a copy. Then we did the Spider-Man 5-pack set. Suggested retail of $39, and we have all 5. ASM number 800 variant, ASM number 1 Legacy 802, Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 300, ASM number 49 Legacy number 850 variant, and ASM number 798 variant. Again, suggested retail $39, and we have it for $19.62. And weird, not yet, my friend. I know. I know. I got to get on that. Hey, Backwoods, what's all going on, buddy? So then we had the Batman 8-pack set. Includes Detective Comics number 1027, Batman number 64, Batman number 94, Batman the Joker War number 99, Batman and the Outsiders number 3, Batman the Joker War Warzone number 1, Batman Beyond number 1, and Batman the Joker War number 98. Suggested retail $37, and we have the 8-book collection for $19.39. Then we did Uncanny X-Men Facsimile Edition number 266. And we have the one available for $15. Then we did the Venom number 35, Legacy number 200, and Venom number 1, Legacy number 201, 2-pack. Suggested retail $32, and we have the 2-book collection for $15. Then we did Spider-Man number 26, giant size 30th anniversary issue. We have that one available for $30. Then we had the Spectacular Spider-Man number 189, giant size 30th anniversary issue, and we have that one available for $30. If you buy both that one and the Spider-Man number 26, we'll sell them both for $50 combined, so each one is $25. Then we did the Spidey Super Stories from 1977 to 1981, 5-book set. And we have the one available for $40, the 5-book set, all 5 for $40. Then we did ROM King Size Annual number 1 from 1982. Presumed grade of an 8.0, and we have that one available for $5. All right. Lars, man, you got it, buddy. He's here. Lars, man's in the house.
Oh, Lars, man, we have like 97 books for you.
Yeah, right?
Well, every time like a Spider-Man book comes up, I look up to see if Lars, man is there.
All right. So where did I leave off? ROM. Okay. So then we have, let's see, The Incredible Hulk number 178 from 1974.
That's a brutal
presumed grade of a 5.5, and we have the one available for $12. Yeah, Lars, man, stay tuned. I got more Spidey books for you, buddy. So then we have Marvel Premiere Wonder Man number 1 from 1980. Wonder Man's first solo appearance, and it is a presumed grade of a 6.0. And we have the one available for $15. Then we did The Mighty Thor number 1, signed with Thul versus Skrull cover sketch by Joe Delbiano and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $119.99, and we have this one available for $62. And then we had King Spawn number 1, CGC graded 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is a best offer book, and Dwayne is in the lead at $35. Hey, Neil, what's going on, buddy?
Hold on a second. It looks like Neil and Lars, man, do you want to tell them the hashtag?
Oh, yes.
Giveaway?
Okay. So
sorry to interrupt, but
you missed the first giveaway, boys. But the second giveaway is going to be Supervillain Team Up number 17 from 1980. Give Jay a second there. All right. So that is the second giveaway of the night.
Monger.
And the hashtag is Nick Collars, all lowercase. All right. And the 30-day, you can only win once every 30 days, has been suspended. All right, so don't worry about it. Just throw up the hashtag, but you only need to do it once, okay? All right, so that will be the giveaway. And that was a Rex Cap, and we got to go to our last and final break. And when we get back, we're going to catch Lars Man up because I still got Spidey books that we have not presented yet. All right, so stay with us. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Did you know that across America there are over 2, maybe even 3 live stream producers who can't even afford Mountain Dew? Take Brian here. Brian has gone 2 weeks without a sip of Red Bull. If it goes on much longer, he may take a shower and get a real job. Situations like this are as tragic as they are preventable. Join the experience on YouTube and gain access to special emojis and members-only streams. For less than a cup of coffee, you can keep socially awkward hermit people working from their parents' basements where they belong. Scan the QR code on the screen to join. You'll be glad you did. Comic Collectables is here for you every Wednesday with AR Comics for 2 very important reasons. To sell you rare, one-of-a-kind comics that you'll love, and to confuse AR with old man talk. You see, Rex and John are, how should I put this, ancient as the roots of the mountains. So every week, Rex and John fill in AR in yet another area of pop culture that he missed because he's too young, just didn't have the time, or just really doesn't care about. It's a real public service they provide. Come buy some super rare and unique comics, while old men explain long-dead sci-fi shows to a younger man making that confused puppy face. Every Wednesday from 6 to 8 Eastern with Rex, John, and AR Comics. Comic Collectables on The Experience. Comic culture and sales. Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Hey, we're back. Jay Nunya. I just mentioned it to Amy, so she's looking through her records to see. Let me ask you, Jay, did you ever get a tracking number for it? So that'll help us during the search to find out exactly what happened to the package, my friend. All right, but so she's looking into it right now. If we don't get to you before the end of the show, we'll definitely have an answer for you by tomorrow morning. Okay?
Oh, that's funny. I have a Moon Knight I picked up. Did he not?
That's what happened, Jay.
Subject
and weird. I could never kill John. What the hell am I going to eat during the week? What are you kidding? I'll starve to death.
He'd be over here parceling out M&Ms like the blue ones are lunch.
A lot of ramen.
A lot of that stuff
noodles.
is still cheap, and people still eat that.
Yes, I know.
I'm so old that my friends have ruined all their relationships with their spouses and kids, so they're eating it again. One of my buddies, Jeremy, he's like, man, I cannot tell you how good this stuff still is.
So you know what? All right, yeah, thank you for reminding me, Jay. So first, this was from John Spilios, hopefully still in the house. So let's show the John Spilios Man Cave pics.
Nice.
These are sweet.
Oh, wow.
Not bad.
Nice.
Got the UV covers framed. I love them. Nice matting, too. This is John's personal favorite, obviously.
It is. All of them, actually. It's Shadow. It's like my whole thing. They did a whole pulp thing this weekend in Long Beach. I wish I'd have gone to that.
All right. So that is pictures that John sent us from his man cave, which is pretty damn cool. I got to say. Like your framer, too, bud.
Yeah, those are awesome. I like having those ultraviolet covers together like that. That looks sharp.
That is cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So Laura's Man. Let's get the rest of these ASMs out of the way.
Wait, do we have a video we're playing now? Or is that
we'll do that right after I do this. All right. So we have Amazing Spider-Man number 154 from 1975.
Oh.
Presumed grade of a 6.5, and we have this one available for $15.
It's when Sandman had the weirdest costume, man.
Remember that the Strike 4 look?
Yeah, like he got that during that, but like that weird band he has and his hair's sticking out. It's so weird. But it's awesome.
It's okay to say, no, that's not good. I know the people who did this are now considered legends, but I really want to step into the DeLorean and say, before you become a legend, take that thing off the middle of his head. Larsman wants that.
All right. Where'd you see that?
Larsman claimed ASM 150.
Oh, thank you. God, I'm losing my mind. All right. You got it, Larsman. It's yours, buddy. All right. So then we have Amazing Spider-Man number 328 from 1990. And it is a grade 9.0.
Oh, wow.
And
look,
we
that's
had
really
the sketch cover by Del Beato and ECA's on that one.
Yeah.
A homage. This one we have for $20.
Okay, so we'll move this. Make a little
Man,
more room.
Robbie and I were talking about time traveling. That absolutely walking into the store and seeing that on the wall.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
let's
man.
throw this up for Larsman as well.
McFarlane.
Although we covered this one, Spidey Super Stories 1977 to 1981 5-book set. And we have the 5-book set, one set available for
With the real
$40.
Sandman
With
costume.
the real Sandman in the sandcastle. I love that.
Is that Wilson Fisk hiding behind somebody in the bottom right? It is.
The only person you can hide behind is me.
All right. And then for Larsman as well, since he just joined us, let's do the Spider-Man 5-pack set again there, Jay. All right. So includes ASM number 800 variant, ASM number 1 Legacy 802, Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 300, ASM number 49 Legacy number 850 variant, and ASM number 798 variant. Suggested retail value of $39, and we have it for $19.62 now.
TJ James, to answer your question real quick, I watched about the first 20 minutes of the arc and I fell asleep. It reminded me of that show, The 100.
Oh, yeah, I remember that
It
one.
reminded me of that show 100, which I didn't keep up with till the end. It's just,
All
they
right.
need to get the mix of teen drama and sci-fi.
You got it,
right
large
in.
man. You got the 5-pack, buddy.
You took the 5-pack Spidey?
Yeah.
Which 5-pack Spidey?
There's only one.
There's only one, or is there two?
No, there's
No.
2.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Can I
boy.
take a look, please?
When he's,
This is a 5-pack,
Huh?
and this is a 5-pack.
oh.
No, this is Spidey Story, Super Story.
Well, I mean, it's still a 5-pack.
All right. 1, 2.
Yeah, we were talking about
Alright,
the electric
so-
company.
So, Lars, man, I'm assuming you are talking about the ASM, not the Electric Company Spidey Super Stories one.
Why not
Can
both?
you put that over there?
I don't see Larsman's comment anywhere.
There it is.
Where?
Yep, we got
Okay.
it, last minute. Thank
But-
you.
You got it, buddy.
You notice it's not in the
I don't-
scroll.
I don't
It
think
was.
scroll's
I saw
correct.
it in there. It's just scrolling up so fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it probably got pushed up.
Oh, who claimed the 328? No, I missed that too.
328.
Larsman did. He claimed it.
Oh,
Okay, got it. I got it. Thank you, Jay.
And Ed Weird wants to know the electric company set price again.
It is $40, Ed Weird.
He must not have
So
been
let
paying
us know,
attention
buddy.
again.
Huh?
He must not have been paying attention again.
Oh, Jenna has a new spam and potatoes recipe. We'll want to hear about that, Jenna.
I mean, this still has not moved.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
what's
where
what's
I'm
going
going.
on with that? That's weird.
That's what I'm saying. That's weird, not Ed Weird. But
All right. Well, there's not much I can do about it.
hit new comments. Just hit the sign that says new comments.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Wow.
All right. So, Dwayne, what did you claim, buddy?
He tried to claim the 154.
Okay. All right. We'll have to assume that that's the case.
Yeah. No, it was. It was. Hit the new comments button. This way it'll scroll down.
Yeah, no, I know, but I want to make sure we didn't miss anything else. Let's see. Let's see.
Oh, and we want to know if the electric company was 19. No, the electric company's a bit more. There we go.
Okay.
Ed Weird's got it.
Okay, gotcha, Dwayne DePayne. All right, got it. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're all squared away now.
Yep. I'm surprised nobody claimed the Hulk, though. I will tell you. The Hulk with Warlock and Wonder Man.
I got you down, Large Man, for 154. You're good
Yep.
there. All right, so Large Man, I got you down for ASM 154, ASM 328, and then the 5-pack. All
Yeah.
right, just to be clear. So I don't know what happened there, man. We're having all kinds of technical issues today.
I was going to say, things are a little weird and glitchy. Not Jenna's recipe, but everything else was kind of weird and glitchy.
Yeah, we want to know that recipe.
She's putting it up there right now.
Okay, put everything in casserole dish with cheese and some smoked paprika and black pepper and some garlic. What kind of cheese, though, Jenna?
Hey, everybody, also, don't forget, General Jenna Disorder is at 8 o'clock.
Yeah. So what kind of cheese, Jenna, or is that kind of like you kind of decide on the fly type thing? John, you writing this down? You're gonna make this for me, bud.
I don't need a recipe to make casserole.
Oh,
And
Jenna, he just threw down on you there.
I did not throw down.
You know who I am?
I don't need a recipe.
Do you know who he is? Come on, this is an award-winning chef right here. Okay,
Let's see the award. I saw your award. I haven't seen his award.
we need to get him a shirt that says that, though. I love that quote. I would wear that shirt.
He's lost his hair. I know that much.
We need to get a shirt though for John that says, "I don't need a recipe to make a casserole."
By the way, everybody, don't forget at Wednesday night show, we're going to have some really cool Spider-Man and other incentive covers at great prices.
There we go.
So that's Wednesday.
All right. So Wednesday. All right. So let's.
Larsman, I think you need to expand your reading. We got a great Batman package for you. Hold, please. I got to go do other stuff. Check it out. Look at that. Larsman, you got to wait till Wednesday. Ooh. Who put the Detective 1027 in here? That's a $10 book. How much are we selling this whole set for?
The Batman 8-pack is $19.39.
Jesus. That's like that's like the Joker War and the Detective 1027 by themselves. You're generous, Rex.
What are you talking about? You priced it.
Just in case you're wondering.
What?
You said you never won me an award.
That's not an award. That's a belt.
And Larsman just expended it.
All right, Larsman, you got it, buddy. I got it.
John, did you really just pull up a picture of your award to show to Rex?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
And it's not an award, it's a belt. It's a championship
This particular
belt.
food
Different.
competition had like
That is different.
had like a wrestling and boxing belt.
Okay. Just like a championship
You know
ring.
what? I'm going to do one more thing before we get off before I leave. The Spidey Super Stories, it's a $50 package, right?
Yeah, we have it for 40.
All right. You know what? I'm going to drop it to $29.99. First person who gets it, well, give it everybody one chance.
All right. So, Spidey Super Stories, 5-book set has been dropped from $40 to $29.99. I don't know.
Poor John. Poor John.
All
Look
right.
at
So
this.
Lars Man's claiming that too. All right, Lars Man.
Look at poor John stuck taking the picture with me.
I think that's San Diego 2018.
2018 or earlier?
I think it's 2018.
All right. So we got 4 more books for the night. So let's get to those real quick. So we have Incredible Hulk number 234 from 1979. Presumed grade of a 7.0. It's out in the wild for about $51, and we have the one available for $40.
Literally, the Hulk pulls the whole wall off. I love this.
All right. So then we have.
Ooh, Jenna has awards for ribs and brisket.
I'm pretty
Nice.
sure that's just Kyle in another account. That should be that's actually who should go off in a rib competition. Sorry, Kyle. That's absolutely who should go off.
Listen, she's from Texas. I got a feeling her ribs and brisket is better than Kyle.
Oh no! See,
she is in Texas.
This is where trouble starts.
All right. So
I'll have to finish my Kansas City Barbecue Society judge course. I stopped like halfway through because of the pandemic. I might have to finish now.
All right. So next up, we got Silver Surfer number 38 from 1990.
That's a good one.
Presumed grade of an 8.0. And we have this one available for $20.
Drop it to 15.
We're going to try to sell
All
comics
right,
during a cooking show.
Now,
I like that.
this is now 15. All right. Last 2 books. Avengers AI number 1, signed with Captain Marvel versus Skrull cover sketch by Joe Del Beato, Mariano Nicieza.
I love this, man.
Suggested retail of $119.99, and we have this one available for $61.
Lars, man, I agree with you. I love beef ribs. My buddy came up here from Texas, Alejandro Martinez, and almost nobody in parts of South Jersey had seen a real, properly cooked Texas beef rib. And he kind of went out there and took a shot in his food truck, and at first people didn't know what was going on or whatever.
Right.
Now, 10 years later, all these barbecue guys are trying to catch up with him. He's getting ready to open up his second place. I judged a barbecue dish in a competition a few years ago, and even though I stepped out of judging his because we were friends, he still won. And people are like, how can you say pork ribs aren't the best? Because they're not. I love pork ribs. Don't get me wrong. I will take beef rib any day. I don't care if it's $30, $40. If it's properly cooked, take the money, and I'm super happy.
All right, last book of the night. Incredible Hulk #1, facsimile edition, CGC graded 9.8. Suggested retail of $99.99, and we have it for $62.
And all jokes aside, we have a lot of fun on this show, but if Jen has won awards for like ribs, that's difficult work.
It is.
I've judged a lot of different food competitions, but I'll tell you right now, barbecue, getting it right, dealing with the elements, the equipment or whatever, it's really, really difficult. I mean, any food competition is difficult, but barbecue and ribs in particular, that is not easy to win. It's not easy to compete, let alone win. That says a lot. Edward, if you've never had a beef rib, find a place that does it right. I don't know where you are. Maybe Jenna can even recommend a place.
Weird is in the Midwest, I think.
Find a place and try them, man. I'll tell you right now, there are a few things in life I've enjoyed as much as like a properly cooked Texas beef rib.
Well, let me say this.
And I'll be down in Austin in a couple months.
There we go. Edward's from Michigan. Jenna, if you lived within driving distance, you could be pretty guaranteed that John and I would be at your doorstep eating your ribs and brisket and sides, okay? But you're a little bit far. I like good barbecue, but Texas is a little bit far.
I'm going to be in Austin in a couple months. I'm looking forward to that.
What's this?
I'm going to be in Austin, Texas in a couple months. I'm looking.
All right, so Jenna, John may be there.
I'm very much looking forward to that. We have a few barbecue. A buddy of mine, we've already got a few things like picked out already, places that we're going to go.
Right.
Like they kind of like the ones you'd expect, like Franklin Barbecue or whatever. But I'm kind of looking forward to. I love South Jersey, but there are some things we do. Barbecue, we're sort of like novices at. We're just unless we've somebody up from Oklahoma, we have somebody up from Texas, we have somebody up from Missouri. But for the most part, here in South Jersey, we have a couple of people working in Philadelphia that have come up to open big restaurants. But, am I standing in line? No, my friend stands in line. I'm happy to pay for it, but I'm not standing in line for Franklin Barbecue. I didn't stand in line for Doctor Who and Hall H, or, I didn't stand in line to see Robert Downey Jr. when they arrived by helicopter at Comic-Con.
Well, in the end of April, I have to go back to some old stopping grounds in Northern Virginia, near Washington, D.C. area. I'm actually very excited. There used to be a small place in Alexandria called Hard Times Cafe, and their specialty was chili, and they had Cincinnati and Texas.
Right? Cincinnati chili's on spaghetti, right?
What's that?
Cincinnati chili's on spaghetti?
Not necessarily. Cincinnati chili can be on spaghetti. They call it chili mac over there. Okay. But you can get it without spaghetti if you don't want it.
Okay, cool.
But I learned a lot of interesting. I ate at this place even before my daughter was born, right? So that's 20 some odd years, 25 plus years ago. They're still around. I looked them up. So I'll be down there with a good friend of mine and my daughter. So I figure we'll CJ Design, you know this place. I'm telling you. Well, guess what? They are not only are they still around, they expanded. Okay. So they have several different branches now in the area. Jenna.
We were talking about Cincinnati.
That's right. Well, they serve Texas as well. And that's the place that I learned that Texas chili has no tomato base in it at all. The Texas chili they make has no tomato base in it at all.
You know what? I'm down to try almost anything once it's well cooked.
CJ, the original location was in Alexandria. Now it looks like they have something in northern Maryland or on the Maryland, D.C. metro area. I think it's Bethesda, I want to say. Maybe it's Rockville. I'm not sure. Ronald, yes. I think they've got one closer to you up in Maryland as well. They've really expanded. Jenna, the Hard Times Cafe, this is why I like the place. They're really authentic. You can get it with beans or without beans, but I know that Texas chili traditionally does not have beans. Okay. And I really like the Texas chili style because it's just different. Not that I don't like Cincinnati, but it's different. The cornbread is excellent. It used to always, now they've got their menu has expanded. It's crazy.
We have one non-barbecue meal when we're scheduled in Austin. and that's at a place called Perry's, where we go for like they bring this whole like pig selection out or whatever, and it basically covers this table. I mean, the guys sit down and we pick and pick. Nobody ever finishes it, but it's like a whole hog thing. You have to order in advance. But every other meal we have is either a food truck or a barbecue stand somewhere.
So, oh yeah, Ron, that was the original store. Unless they moved, I haven't been there in years. But, you know, Jenna, I the thing and I love making chili as well. I'm sure John. I've never had John's chili. I'm sure he makes a tremendous chili as well. I love this place so much. They used to have like the seasoning packs that you could buy at their store.
Oh yeah.
And I just bought them. And I just bought them. Why not?
Add them to the...
You know, I'm thinking that. So then later, and actually one of the, I don't want to say handful of things, but one of the things my daughter really enjoyed was my chili, and
nice.
it was something I'd experiment with. Every time it was a little different. There'd be some beer in it. There'd be all kinds of stuff. So I really enjoy making chili. I love this place, man. If you're ever in the Washington D.C. area, Ronald, you're close enough, brother. You should go. You should go back there. It's been a while. I mean, I miss that place. I used to go with friends. It was you always had to wait. On a Friday, Saturday, even a Sunday night, you always had to wait. There's no way that you would just keep walking in there, sitting down. Yeah. See, that's what I've heard, CJ. Old Town Alexandria has exploded. It was a cute little place. I haven't been there in a really long time. It's been years and years and years. It was a little scary when I had to do the math and realize that I was chilling there and eating dinner with my friends. And, my daughter wasn't even born. Hell, I don't think I had even met her mom yet. And I was hanging out at that place. Love that place, by the way. So, Robbie, what is your local area known for in terms of cuisine? I'm curious.
White
barbecue sauce.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but in your particular area of Alabama, you're near Huntsville, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess down here, a lot of people know us for like soul food and stuff like that. That's like fried chicken and things like that. Your common, Southern cuisine. But Alabama's big culinary claim to fame is the white sauce, which is delicious, and I like having it on chicken or turkey stuffed barbecue potatoes. So
I had a recipe for it from like a local store down there that had gone out of business, and they kind of put their stuff up there. I think it was called County Line Barbecue. Downloaded the recipe, whatever. I tried it on a cheesesteak, and the sauce was delicious, but it doesn't work. You need solid meat to enjoy that sauce. Mixing it up in, mixing it up in a cheesesteak. People who don't know what cheesesteak is, it's kind of like chopped up or whatever. I think most people know what it is by now. You need solid meat. You need like a rib or a drumstick or
something
to really enjoy that. It's delicious. It's absolutely delicious. There's a place here in New Jersey that does an Alabama-style white sauce that they've actually done pretty well at competitions with.
Right.
And for New Jersey, that, like I said, this is not a barbecue state. There's some things we do.
Yeah, we are not known for barbecue.
Yeah, we do a lot of things good food-wise in Jersey.
We might be known for eating barbecue, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. There's stuff like Italian food, stuff like that we're great with. Barbecue,
backwoods.
Yeah, down here it's like soul food, Southern cuisine, stuff like that. Fried green tomatoes, fried okra.
I personally love soul food. There was a place on my way to Virginia Beach I used to stop at, and it was like, it's just like a little restaurant right off. It was definitely just one of those rest stops where it exits. Like you get off the highway and there's just one street that goes the perpendicular direction.
We put a fried green tomato BLT on the Buddy's menu before he sold his bar. Now I think it's called Town Line Tavern. But when it was the Sheffield Tavern, we did, and that was hands down the most successful dish we did by far. Fried green tomato BLT was just.
I am a big fan of like local joints. It's not, and I realize the argument that franchises, they employ local people. They're usually the franchisee owner is local.
It's a culinary.
But I have a problem with cutting with a percentage of my bill going to some fat cat CEO sitting in an office
Where
somewhere.
all my other money goes anyway, right?
Yeah,
like
we probably can't even make
Amazon,
scrambled
Apple,
eggs. Okay?
Marvel,
I
Disney.
refuse that.
Get my money all day anyway.
TJ James, that is correct. Jersey is known for diners.
This is kind of like the diner capital of America.
That's why Denny's can't succeed. We have one IHOP in all of South
Waffle
Jersey.
House, those kinds of things
Waffle
don't
House
do
can't-
well in
yeah, they
Jersey
can't.
because there's diners already doing that
Right.
kind of food. They're open all night a lot of times.
We
They're-
literally have one IHOP in this area.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're thinking of the Cherry Hill one, right?
Yeah,
It's like,
and the
that's
rest
it.
of them they don't make.
you can't do it. I go to a place on Sundays. We've talked about it, Aziza's, nice little joint.
Yeah.
Family owned. I've been going now enough that we don't know each other's names, but as soon as I sit down on the counter, black cup of coffee ends up, not too long away. Not too long away. Black cup of coffee just comes. Nobody even asked. They don't even give me a menu. I can get 2 scrambled eggs, French toast, and bacon for like $7, dude.
Here in New Jersey, that's extraordinary. I understand there's parts of the country where that's probably the cost for breakfast. Here in New Jersey, there are some things that are great about New Jersey, and you pay for that. You pay for being that close to the ocean. You pay for being able to do the California thing, that in a 2-hour drive, I can ski, depending on the time of year, and I can surf, depending on the time of year, right? But that comes with a cost, and that's like, $2,500 a month rents and, $3,000 a month mortgages.
I actually
breakfast being $18.
I actually, last giveaway, you got it. You're right, Jay. But I actually went to a diner this weekend that I don't normally frequent because I had to be somewhere and I was an hour too early, so I decided to go get breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, food was fine, but I didn't like this time. It's the Crystal Diner on 130. I walk into this joint, never been there before. They have, I'm not a tall guy, but they got really low ceilings.
Well,
Made me feel like I was in a shoebox.
Traditionally, diners had that sort of, they were built.
This one was exceptionally low. I don't know why.
Edward's out. So I'm saying,
all right,
Edward. Do we have other stuff to give away?
Hang around for a second, Edward. All right,
Edward,
let's
we're
do it.
something away. Hang out.
Spin that wheel, brother. And we will be giving the Supervillain Team Up number 17.
Oh, Sleepy Hollow. That's going to be pretty cool to live in a place like that, right? That's got like a, reputation or whatever. CJ Design. Speaking of that, grew up in Sleepy Hollow. And you're 7 and won Supervillain.
All right, CJ
Congratulations.
Design. Hey, buddy. Actually, in Fairfax, there used to be, I think it's Route 123 intersects with, I want to say Route 50, but there was a Denny's there that I used to frequent in college. Usually at 1 a.m. to between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. in the morning. So there you go, CJ. You are the winner, my friend. So obviously you're from the Washington metro area, which is cool. We'll definitely talk about that on Wednesday. Be sure to tune in 9 p.m. Eastern tonight
for Robbie's show.
For
Robbie, thanks as always for joining us, brother. Award winning
for his March Madness. And then Jenna is going to be on immediately after this show with General Disorder.
General Disorder.
And
it disorder or disarray?
I thought it was Disorder.
Might be Disorder.
And then John and I and Alec will be back on Wednesday. And don't forget, I'll be on Robbie's channel, PCP, on Friday at noon. And Nick will be back on The Experience at 7 p.m.
Everybody, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining us, as always. Love this community. Robbie, as always, thank you, buddy.
Love you, bro.
Spending your Monday night with us.
Yep.
My pleasure.
Right. Have a great show tonight. I know you're a huge fan of Argento, so
yeah, Tenebrae. That's all tonight.
Yeah,
all
I'm
right.
super
So
pumped.
everybody be safe, and we'll see you all Wednesday.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere The Experience is all the time.